Hey guys, what's going on? So after what felt like a really long winter, the weather's finally starting to warm, and man, I couldn't be happier. I've really missed spending time outside without needing to put on layers upon layers upon layers. So earlier in the year, with the encouragement of my friends from my cycling group Pedals and Pints, I signed up for Turas Mor. Now, this is an annual cycling event that everyone kept raving about, and it's all the way out in the town of Creemore. I had no idea what I was in for, to be honest, but having never participated in any kind of race or cycling event, this felt like as good a time as any to dip my toes in. And man, I had a blast. Come on, let me tell you all about it. So let's start with the where. Where was it? Well, Creemore is a small town within Simcoe County, Ontario, and it's about 130 kilometers northwest of Toronto. From here in Hamilton, where I live, it took just about 2 hours drive there. But the drive was super chill and scenic, so it really didn't feel that long. As I approached the town though, I started to feel really nervous when I kept seeing these steep hills warning all along the road leading into Creemore. And those hills looked scary steep. I knew from that point that I would have my work cut out for me. So did I win? Well, Turas Mor is not a race, so I guess you could say I did win, technically. Anyways, it's an annual event that's put on by the Creemore Springs Brewery, and from what I've heard, it tends to sell out really quickly. Now, the town is surrounded by farms and rolling hills, and honestly, it's a gravel cyclist's paradise. The route was mainly paved streets in the town, but that quickly turned to unpaved gravel roads once you left the center. And so this ride is a really good chance to connect with people with a shared interest, to have fun on your bike, to ride cool trails, and to push your limits. And man, let me tell you, I had to push my limits to finish this. The hills were the hilliest I've ever ridden, and right from the start, it was obvious that this was going to be a very long ride. But just how long? Well, this year there were 4 different routes. There was an 85 kilometer, which was the expert, which some of the stronger riders in our group did. There was also a 60 kilometers, which up until last year was the longest distance. And there was also a 40 and a 20 kilometer. Now, I did the 40, which almost killed me. Now, my ride was made a little bit harder because of my bike. The ideal bike for this ride would be a gravel bike or perhaps a fast mountain bike. In my case, I have a very old, heavy mountain bike, so it made the job a little bit harder for me. So the ride starts at the brewery, and then it takes you out of the town, up and down these rolling hills, and then you come back to the starting point. Fortunately, there are also aid stations along the way, and these allowed you to top up on a snack, grab some water, and just take a break if the ride became too much. So I was personally a big fan of those aid stations. So how hard was this ride? Honestly, it was kind of hard, I ain't gonna lie. This is a lot harder than I imagined. I mean, I knew it was gonna be hard, but holy crap. I started cramping a few kilometers out from the finish line. So by the time I made it back, I was struggling to straighten my leg. But all in all, it was still great. Like, the terrain was the kind of stuff I dreamt of riding as a kid. My friends from Pedals and Pints, they made the whole experience that much more enjoyable. Plus, we were able to show off our group jerseys, which attracted loads of comments. Now on the back of our jerseys is written, "Just one more hill." And since the hills were the toughest part of this ride, everyone had something to say about their shirts. So here's some final thoughts. Turas Mor was a really good time. The routes were challenging without being overwhelming. The company was the best I can hope for. The cost wasn't really too much. I think it was probably $125, $130 total, but that included a coffee and a croissant when you arrived. You got a 6-pack of beer to take home. You got snacks at the aid stations, plus you got lunch when you came back, plus you got 2 additional beers like when you were having your lunch. So all in all, well worth it in my opinion. So even though this was my first time participating in the event, I can guarantee it won't be the last. Hopefully I'll be there next year and many more years to come, and I can probably gradually start upping those distances. And one last thing, I want to say a really big thanks to you. Thanks for stopping by, for spending this time with me. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so that you'll know the next time we upload something. Okay, that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great day, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!